What's going on, everybody? My name is Haovu, and this is the Haovu Moto Vlog. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As promised, we're back on the tailgate of the 2008 Honda Element for a quick little tour. I'm going to do the first part on the tailgate, and then I'll hop behind the camera and show you guys inside and kind of do a demonstration of how I will break down the bed and convert it from sleeping mode, bed mode, to driving mode. Unfortunately, it cannot be 100% bed mode with the way I've designed it. The seats have to go all the way up, so you can't really drive unless you want to like Asian squat on the seat and not reach the pedals somehow. Maybe like cruise control. It's not possible. I'm being stupid right now. Anyways, the design is based on the Swerky design. Just YouTube Honda Element Swerky, Swerky. The channel is Danny's DIY Garage. Please check him out. I'm giving credit where credit's due, but also he has a lot of informative videos on how to do it yourself maintenance for the Honda Element, and also like the Civic and Corolla. He's just a retired mechanic, and he also camps in his own Element on the weekends and stuff like that. It's a really great channel. He's a really good guy. Production quality is pretty good. Let's get talking about the bed while we're back here, the bedding situation. With this design, it's like a permanent bed platform. You don't get a bench or anything like that. So my intention is not to be in the Element when I'm not sleeping, or that's my goal. And if I do need to work, I'm going to work in the passenger seat, or I'm going to work at Starbucks, or I'm going to work at a public library or some kind of park table outside. Just, it's not very comfortable back here in the Element, and I don't want to be confined to this little space. It's like really stuffy in there, and that's just what I'm thinking. I haven't lived a day of van life yet, so I don't know what's really going to happen, but I have no other choice. I'm really not going to chill on the bed when it's in bed mode like this. Unless I'm laying down. I could be reading a book laying down. I could definitely like watch YouTube or something like that laying down. That's not a problem. But for like getting work done and just like hanging out for extended periods of time where I need to sit, I just won't be doing that back here. Let's talk about the mattresses. There's a 2-inch memory foam on the bottom that's kind of making the transition between plywood and my lower back a little bit easier. That was like less than $50 on Amazon. I'll put the link to everything in the description, guys, if you want to check that out. And on top of that is a Japanese futon. They're called Shikibuton. They're made in Japan. This was probably pretty pricey. It was definitely the priciest part of the bed setup. $170 for a twin-size Shikibuton. I used a Shikibuton back when I was living in my apartment, just sleeping on the floor, making that transition from mattress to just sleeping on the floor. And I really liked it, so I went with it here as well. And then I wrapped the whole thing in this kind of, they called it a pillow top, like mattress protector. And it's not really pillowy, but it's an extra layer of cushion. Very minimal, honestly. It wasn't that expensive, but the whole thing, it just kind of like ties everything together and encloses all the layers together. I could wrap this in a fitted sheet, which I do have, like a gray fitted sheet, but it's a lot already. It's white. It's going to get dirty super easily, but I mean, this comes off pretty easily, and it's like elastic around the whole thing, so I might just keep it. Pillow. This is a small comforter, which is definitely not going to be good enough for the winter if I intend to winter anywhere where it snows or anything like that, but I'm probably just going to keep it warm in the wintertime and just maybe hang out in Southern California or something like that. We'll see. Worst case scenario, I buy a sleeping bag or some sturdier blankets if I want to be anywhere in the winter where it's actually cold. Let's shift over here. This drawer system is actually from IKEA. I forgot the actual name of it. Of course, I'll leave it in the description. It was $40, which is a pretty good deal. Better than me like trying to build this myself. It was like an easy decision. For me, it wasn't about how can I build everything I need perfectly. It was how can I build the least amount possible and buy everything else. Like that is exactly where I was coming from. And for me, that was fun. Building this platform bed, using a circular saw for the first time, it was not fun. It was stressful. There was a level of anxiety, and I messed up quite a bit, but luckily, nothing that I couldn't come back from. And honestly, I'm proud of myself that I did it. At the end of the day, like I have more experience with something, and I can pat myself on the back a little bit. And I think if you're not willing to be a little uncomfortable, then you will never grow, and that's something that I embrace on the van life journey and in life. You gotta be uncomfortable a little bit. You gotta step out of your comfort zone or you will never grow. So I'm glad I did that. But with that being said, I tried to do as little building and cutting of the wood as possible. I still ended up running to Home Depot like 9 times, like literally like 9 times more than I thought I would. But anyways, everything else I bought. And it's fun for me going out to Home Goods, going out to like Ross, going out to IKEA, browsing Amazon to just find things that perfectly can be what I need. That's really fun for me. There's no stress in that. It's actually fun, like adding things to my list, deleting them, getting things, returning them, just figuring out exactly the products that I need. That was really enjoyable for me. That was probably like one of the most fun parts of the whole build process. Rewarding and satisfying was the build, but it did come with its share of stress for me personally. Anyways, I bought this from IKEA. I didn't install the last drawer, so there's like space there, extra storage space, and my jackery goes underneath there, which I'll show you guys later. To keep the drawers from sliding all over the place, which they will, I bought these child locks from Amazon. They are not the sexiest solution. Seriously, they're kind of ugly, like this white plastic with the clear bands. I just kind of stuck them willy-nilly anywhere. It's 3M tape that comes with it. They're pretty cheap. They're pretty affordable. You can buy like a whole set for under 20 bucks. And they seem to work for now. The water here I bought from a local grocery store. It's pretty cool that it has a spout, and I think they're 2.5 gallons each. Shifting over here, we have these clear storage containers that I bought from Costco. It was a 3-pack. I love Costco. As a single guy, Costco can be kind of tricky at times, but if you know how to shop and you know how to buy the right things, even with a $60 membership from Costco, as a single person, you can still make it worth your while. It all depends, but for the most part, Costco has things that everybody needs to live. You just can't go buying stuff you don't need, stuff that you can't finish, especially food. But the deals at Costco are hard to beat. So it's hard for me to imagine giving up a Costco membership, even with Vanlife at $60 a year versus all the benefits you get from Costco, especially if you're buying things like tires, big ticket items. Costco really will save you at least $60 a year, like pretty much guaranteed. Anyways, sorry, that was like a plug for Costco. I don't know why I did that. I do really love Costco. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video love Costco as well. I just kind of put these here for now. There's stuff inside them. I just wanted to gauge what kind of space I have underneath the bed platform. When I really move in, I'm just kind of gonna organize it a little better and just have stuff making a little more sense with what's in what and which containers are the most accessible. With this design, the stuff that's in the middle underneath the platform is going to be hard to get without pulling everything out, so that's going to be kind of like the least used stuff. It's going to be an inconvenience for sure, but we'll see how it goes. There's like a little yoga mat under here that I cut up to fit the bottom of the element so everything's just not sliding around. I might do that for the entirety of the bottom, I'm not sure yet, but that is pretty much it. I'm gonna hop behind the camera now and just show you the rest, kind of break down the bed. I can actually break down the bed and change it from driving mode to bed mode without leaving the vehicle. I kind of just like Smeagol my way around in there, and I'm a pretty small guy, so it works out. And I can do it pretty efficiently. I will only get faster as time goes on, so pretty stoked about that. And let's hop behind the camera and show you guys the rest. So a lot of my build is actually pretty ghetto and improvised. I got these sunshade covers that wrap around the entire window. They don't fit exactly as you can see here, but they do work. I bought some magnets actually to kind of make a secure connection. That way I can leave these open when I'm sleeping in the car, because I think that's absolutely essential. It's probably a pain in the ass to break it down every time, but I can drive with it on like that, as long as I don't mind the car looking like some kind of ghetto bank robber wrapped in pantyhose or something like that. But it is what it is for now. It keeps the bugs out and it keeps it a little cooler, lets the fans circulate air a little better. These I got on Amazon. I think a lot of people have these. So you can crack the window and protect yourself from rain and the elements. Here's the engine. It's not looking too bad for 113,000 miles. This was one of the pricier upgrades that I did. As with all my motorcycles, the first thing that I do is I get a lithium-ion battery. I swap out the traditional lead acid battery for an anti-gravity lithium-ion battery. This was $700, but literally I can pick it up, throw it above my head, and catch it. That's how light it is. It's probably at least a 20-pound weight savings, at least. This is from Amazon. It's a 20-quart fridge. The brand is some crazy China brand like F40C4 TMP, but I've been doing some tests on it and it works pretty good. I don't plan to use it all the time, just when I'm going out camping or I'm going to be remote for maybe 1 or 2 nights or something like that. This can only be powered for like 2 days max on my Jackery. So it's like not essential, but it's good to have. This little water container here, 20 liters, bought on Amazon. It's super, super high quality. I think they're made for the military, but they're made in Canada, oddly enough. But this is super heavy duty. I'm very glad I have it. Definitely will come in handy. So we'll just slide that under there. This is just some more storage and like a little trash compartment that I strapped to the back of the seat. I can actually, with nothing in it, I can still get the platform to just kind of like smush it and still extend. So looking up here, these are little moisture absorbers in case it starts getting too humid. It's already got a little bit, as you can see, and they've only been there for like a day. All right, guys, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. The sandals are going to stay up front so I can freely crawl around back there and open up the bed platform. As I said before, kind of smeagol my way around. I'm going to do this in a simulation as if I'm not leaving the vehicle. Obviously, those two doors are open so I can get the tripod out there, but I'm not going to leave that space, right? So it's going to be a real-world test of not leaving the vehicle. So here we go. I'm going to get back here, probably step on the fridge for a little bit. And then from here, I'm going to see if I can push these seats forward. For sure, I can. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of just open this, kick that leg out, kick this leg out, and just drop them. And then at this point, I'll probably back out onto the pedestal and get that down there. And they're pretty much solid. Let's put some weight on there. As you can see, it doesn't creak, which is more than I can say when I first finished. I had to make some modifications, but it's pretty sturdy, and the legs are down there. At this point, I'm just gonna grab my pillow, the comforter, and just get my mattress out. It's not a perfect fit. The mattress is a little long, but I just stuff it down there. And then you got your pillow and your comforter. The thing is, I'm like sweating my balls off right now. It's so humid in this garage. Trash can all nice. And that's it. Let me show you guys what it looks like when I'm trying to sit on the platform. So we'll do crisscross applesauce, and we're kind of just like this. This is what van lifers be like sometimes. Oh my god, there's so much space in here, I can pretty much stand up straight. That is not the reality here. I'm literally like this. I love to meditate in the morning, every single morning. I have a sitting practice that I do, mindfulness meditation, and I certainly won't be able to do that. I've considered sitting underneath the sunroof and just popping it out, but we'll see how cumbersome that ends up being every morning, and then have my like head sticking out of the car as I'm like meditating. That would be pretty hilarious, but pretty fun too. Guys, we are in the sleeping quarters, if you will, right now. Let's turn on the lights, the string lights that I have up. It's pretty cute, not gonna lie. They change colors. If you want to be crazy, turn this into some kind of a Honda Element disco, but just the clean white is where I want to be most of the time. And let's get our studio lights on. This is the Jackery 500. This is my portable power pack right now. The lights are drawing 2 watts. And I'm probably going to plug the fridge into AC here, but we also have the fridge that can run on the DC 12 volt. Cute little thermometer I was telling you about. Also has the humidity. It is crazy hot in here, 86.7. I'm literally dripping sweat right now, but it magnetizes right onto the IKEA hardware there. Fan, absolutely essential. It actually keeps things surprisingly cool in here when the windows and the sunroof are open. I also have a little mosquito magnetic netting on the sunroof. The Reflectix doesn't look too sexy with that silver backing. It's not that pleasant to look at. It's kind of ghetto. I would love to have them upholstered, but for now, I figure I'm just going to be sleeping anyway, and I can focus on something else when I'm in here, other than how silly those shiny silver panels look. Little trash can. Up front here is a heat shield for the windshield. It's basically like a sunshade, but it's much, much higher quality than the Reflectix. This stuff is like bulletproof compared to the Reflectix. The Reflectix, like I said, I don't expect it to stand up to the sun for very long, but this is going to last pretty much forever. They're expensive though. They're like 50, 60 bucks. I got a Sony head unit, little audio video receiver. It has Apple CarPlay, which is kind of like a deal breaker for me. It really modernizes the whole system. I'm going to be driving a lot, so having that navigation and access to my music on one very modern, very clean screen that interacts with my iPhone, that was pretty much a deal breaker for me. So $300 well spent there. I also want to show you guys this little, for those of you who didn't know, they make cup holder extenders. No, it's called cup holder adapters, or I forgot, cup holder expander if you type that into Amazon. So standard cup holders are very small. They fit like water bottles, but they don't fit what everyone has now. What everyone has, Hydro Flask. Everyone has these 40-ounce insulated metal heavy-ass water containers, right? And they don't fit. They don't fit in the cup holders. So you got to put them on your front seat. And so one day I was like, they probably have this because it would be pretty easy to just make that. So I typed it in Amazon, and sure enough, it's really good design. It fits in the base of the cup holder, and then you screw it, and these little things pop out to make it wider. So now it's really snug in there. And it just, my Hydro Flask, I wish I had it so I could show you guys because I'm like super stoked. This is one of the best things that I found. It makes me so happy to just pop my Hydro Flask right there. Whenever I need to hydrate, it's just right there, front and center. But that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, this cute little air freshener that my niece gave me. It's like some kind of cactus cat, and I get the refills from Bath and Body Works. Right now we got some vanilla in there that she got me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the inside tour. Let's hit the lights. Boom. That's it, guys. I'm 5'8", by the way, and I fit perfectly. I lay down perfectly with not an inch to spare. If you're a little above 5'8", what you're gonna have to do is fold these seats all the way down before you drop the platform, and that way you can have a longer mattress that just lays over the folded seats, and then it can be pretty much as lengthy as you need it to be, unless you are like Larry Bird or something. That's it, guys. That's a tour of my Honda Element that I've converted for full-time living. I am super sweaty right now in this closed garage, but hopefully you enjoyed it. As you can see, it's not the classiest solution. Some of it is just straight up ghetto and improvised, but I think it's gonna work overall. I'm really happy about it. I'm excited to get in here. I'm excited to sleep in here and just sweat my balls off every night, I guess. But no, we're gonna be hitting the roads soon. Acadia National Park is gonna be our first national park to cross off the bucket list in the Honda Element. It's about 10 hours away, and right now I'm really trying to get reservations for Cadillac Summit. And it's kind of like a lottery system. It's 2 days prior to the date that you want it. They open up a select amount of tickets at 10 in the morning, and you have to be really quick with it. I'm honestly not even really quick with it. It's just a matter of like internet network chance, really, from what I've gathered. I haven't been successful yet, but I think I'm going this week regardless of when I can get the reservation. So hopefully that works out so we can get a nice time lapse of the sun rising. It's apparently like the first place the sun hits the East Coast or something like that. It's beautiful. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, if anything, just to laugh at my pathetic attempts to build a camper van. As always, I wish you peace. I wish you health. I wish you unlimited joy on your journey, wherever it may take you. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one.